We're watching Mornings on Fox with Bill Frankmore, Samantha Boatman, Melissa Carlson, and weather with meteorologist Tim Studebaker. This is Mornings on Fox.
Welcome back, everybody. We begin this morning with some news that could bring more tourist dollars to the biggest little city. Reno to New York is now a travel route for JetBlue. A big celebration got underway last night at the Reno-Tahoe International Airport. The baggage claim area was transformed with the New York skyline and the Reno Jazz Orchestra playing Frank Sinatra's famous New York, New York. The service between JFK and Reno has been 15 years in the making. There's a lot of work behind the scenes with the airport and the RSCVA and JetBlue, which has won J.D. Power awards for the past 11 years. The Reno-Tahoe region has a lot of promise, especially connecting East Coasters to Lake Tahoe for things like skiing and snowboarding and enjoying the West. Olympic gold medalist Johnny Mosley says he's excited about flying nonstop from Reno to the Big Apple.
Imagine this, you can actually get on a red eye from here on Reno, fly into New York, catch a show, catch some dinner, do a couple days of sightseeing and come back to beautiful Lake Tahoe. I mean, that's a pretty special opportunity. I know that most of what we're talking about here is the opportunity for Reno to get New Yorkers in town, but I think it's also a great opportunity for us to be able to get out into New York City and enjoy what they have to offer.
Now, as JetBlue gauges the demand in Reno, this partnership is a one-year contract for now with one red-eye flight each night between the two airports.
And presidential hopeful and current Florida Senator Marco Rubio is making his way to Reno today. He made a stop in Las Vegas first yesterday before heading up north to our area. Rubio is expected to meet with GOP activists at 2 this afternoon. Our sister station, News 4, will have a reporter there. Tune in later today for the very latest on his trip.
And taking a look at your political news, it has been a busy week for Governor Brian Sandoval, who signed an additional 75 pieces of legislation into law this week. That makes a total of 266 approved bills so far for the legislative session. Highlights of the signings include Assembly Bill 107, which adds additional accountability measures for school districts to report on students eligible for free or reduced price meals. Assembly Bill 164 was approved, which enacts Nevada's right to try law, authorizing a right to try law, a manufacturer to provide experimental drugs or devices at no cost to terminally ill patients. And Assembly Bill 273 passed, making it a misdemeanor for a former state legislator to act as a paid lobbyist before the legislature.
And Nevada lawmakers have approved a measure that holds back students who cannot read by the 3rd grade. The bill makes several exemptions, including some for English language learners. The measure requires schools to track and report data back to the state on the number of students held back, but the provisions wouldn't take effect until 2019. The measure now goes to the governor, who is expected to sign it. And while some kids may be punished for falling behind in school, others can get rewarded. Need to Speed is offering free blacklight mini golf for kids with good grades. The local adventure center in South Reno is most known for their go-karting, but they also have a mini golf course. Between now and the 1st of July, any kid with a B average in school will receive a free round of blacklight mini golf with the purchase of one go-kart race. The offer is for kids ages 5 to 18 years old. Be sure to bring your kids' report cards in to prove the B average. The company says they're hoping to give kids motivation to finish the school year strong.
And now to a developing story. Nevada officials are investigating the work-related death of an employee at a mining site west of Winnemucca. It happened at Highcroft Mine and was first reported about 10:30 yesterday morning. According to a spokesperson for Allied Nevada Gold Corp, which owns the mine, the worker died in an open pit gold and silver mine there. She said in a statement, quote, "We are working with local, state, and federal authorities, including the U.S. Mine Safety and Health Administration, to investigate this accident. We have suspended mining operations at this time and will cooperate fully with the investigation." So far, the name of the worker killed in the accident has not been released. We'll keep you updated on any new information as soon as it comes into the newsroom.
Also in crime news this morning, 3 teens were taken into custody Tuesday for spray painting graffiti on 2 Washoe County high schools last week. This according to the interim school police chief, Jason Trevino. Now, police say 18-year-olds Evan Seward and Alexis Aguilar, along with one minor whose identity is not being released, spray painted Galena High School and Damani High School overnight on May 18th. Authorities say all 3 faced destruction of property charges. About $1,000 worth of damage was done to both schools combined.
It's perfect too. La da da dee da 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 da. La da da dee da 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 da. Be my lover, wanna be my lover.
Oh, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Welcome back, everybody. It's Friday. That means that we are talking about movies. And joining us now is film critic Scott Birmingham to tell us about a movie based on a section of Disneyland, actually. A lot of people really excited about this one.
And I was in line for it. In the top box office slots for the Memorial Day this past weekend, at number 3, we had Mad Max Fury Road making $24 million. At number 2, Pitch Perfect 2, seeing its way to $30 million. And at number 1, Tomorrowland bringing in $33 million. So let's take a quick look at Tomorrowland.
That's not mine.
What's not yours?
The pen. I've never.
Yes, the movie is based on a small section of Disneyland, if you've been there, called Tomorrowland. In the park, it showcases where we could be in the future based on what we've done with the past. The film focuses a bit on diverting ourselves from a doomsday attitude of what the future will bring and focus more optimistically on what we could be doing. We spend the first part of the movie on George Clooney as a young boy, and then are introduced to the young girl, Casey, from whose viewpoint we see most of the story unfold through. Again, long movies do not make better movies. This one is 2 hours and 10 minutes, and I dare kids not to ask questions when this movie is over if they wait till the end, because the first part of it kind of makes the second part of the movie not real clear story-wise. The action stuff really isn't so action, and it doesn't serve much of a purpose overall. I give the film 3 out of 4 stars, and I think I'm being nice at that.
That's too bad. So this is one of those take home, wait till it goes out on DVD.
Definitely.
Yeah, because your kids are not going to be able to sit through the whole thing.
Right. It's going to be one of those things you're probably going to want to pause it so they can ask their questions and then move on to the next part of it. It's just a little convoluted. There's parts of it that have nothing to do with the rest of the story. It's like they wanted to try to do something with this, but didn't know really how to do it.
It's too bad. All right, what are we
Yeah.
talking about when it comes up to releases this weekend?
Well, on the DVD, Netflix, and DirecTV, note the caliber of actors from these films you probably never heard of. The Seventh Son featuring Jeff Bridges and Julianne Moore. The Loft featuring Rachel Taylor and Patrick Wilson. See You in Valhalla featuring really no one. What we can look forward to for next week. Next week, we'll shake things up a bit, pun intended, and talk about San Andreas starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And also a quick calendar note, next weekend, June 5th through the 7th, is the inaugural Reno Tahoe International Film Festival. This is a separate festival from a few years back. Among screening venues are the Century Riverside in downtown Reno and the Galaxy IMAX and Sparks. Put it on your calendars, and we'll be setting up a link to their site on ours, renofox.com.
All right, Scotty, thank you so much for that. Toss it on over to Tim.
All right, thank you so much. We had a warm one yesterday at 84 degrees. That's well above the average high for this time of year. Even warmer stuff to go on the 7-day forecast before a cool down next week. We'll talk about that coming up in just a bit. And the news doesn't stop when you leave the house. Fox 11 has you covered. Down the new and improved free Fox 11 AM app for your smartphone and tablet. It is your only source for those very important local real-time traffic updates. It's available on Apple and Android devices. Just search for Fox 11 AM, and we are back after this with a look at your forecast. And I'm just waiting. Yes, I'm good. Do you need me? Good morning and welcome back to Mornings on Fox 11. A dry pattern has set in across the area. We have mostly sunny skies in the forecast for today and a very warm pattern too. We're near 90 degrees today, at 90 degrees tomorrow in Reno Sparks, and still near it on Sunday. Already at 60 right now in Reno. We are looking at mainly sunny skies out there, calm winds, and 51% humidity. Your temperatures now 60 in Dayton, 55 in Carson City. We're at 58 in Smith Valley, 60 in Yerington so far this morning. A mild start in the lower elevations and even mild upstairs in the 40s for the upper elevations out there in the Sierra. Mainly sunny skies across the area. High pressure has built back into our area. We'll continue to see high pressure hold on for the next several days. That means the rain chances are at a minimum at this point. Maybe a couple of clouds this afternoon, probably no showers. We're looking pretty dry for today. Same thing for tomorrow. A couple of clouds in the afternoon again, mixing in with that sunshine, but overall a very dry and a very warm pattern too. Temperatures soaring up into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees in several spots today, tomorrow, and Sunday before a cool down as we head into the beginning of next week. We're looking for the upper 70s in Elko at 78. They're 83 today in Battle Mountain, 74 in Ely. Even the overnight lows are on the mild side, 40s and 50s out there for the overnight lows tonight into tomorrow morning for Eastern Nevada. Western Nevada, a couple of spots getting close to 90 today. Lovelock reaching that at 90 degrees, 89 today in Fallon, 88 in Hawthorne, and a 73 in Mammoth Lakes today. West winds there 10 to 15 miles per hour. Plenty of sunshine too. Highs are in the mid 70s around Lake Tahoe today. Lots of sunshine there too. A beautiful day to get up there and enjoy the lake. Maybe you have like a half day for a Friday or something. You can head up there for some beautiful temperatures and beautiful weather up at Lake Tahoe. Southern, or I should say lower elevations, not necessarily southern, but lower elevations, 89 in Dayton, 88 today in Yerington. Up to our northern areas, 87 in Herlong, same thing in Gerlach by the Black Rock Desert, 87 in Nixon. Lots of 80s on the maps today. Kind of feel like a broken record for the next couple of days, I should say. We are looking for temperatures well into the 80s to near 90 degrees. And west winds today at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly sunny skies today and tomorrow, reaching that 90 tomorrow in Reno Sparks. Then a weak low pressure system passes to our north on Sunday and Monday. That'll bring breezes to the area as well as a little bit of extra cloud cover. What it really will do is cool us off into the 70s and 60s by the time we get to Monday and beyond. But that's actually close to average for this time of year. Mornings on Fox 11. We'll be right back.
Neptune got it right, 'cause now I'm shining bright.
And welcome back. I'm Melissa Carlson. Your time now is 7:28. We're joining you live from Mornings on Fox 11 with your News 4 update. Well, for the first time in nearly 2 decades, the Washoe County Health District is looking to make changes to the county's food regulations. Yep, board members met yesterday to finalize their discussion on the proposals. As of now, people looking to get a food management certificate must take a 16-hour course as well as a test. With new recommendations that businesses can do on-site training, the board unanimously passed all recommendations. And with the suggestion that food managers be tracked by the district for at least a year and not through a national database. Meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us now with an amazing looking weekend ahead of us. Hi, Tim.
It is a great one out there for outdoor activities, a little on the warm side at times. And of course, keep in mind that sunscreen. We're going to have a lot of sunshine for the next several days here. A couple clouds in the afternoon, but basically high pressure keeping us dry with mostly sunny skies. 60 in Reno right now, 55 in Carson City. We're at 59 in Smith Valley, 43 in South Lake Tahoe, and 60 in Fernley. A mild start to the day leading to a very warm afternoon. Upper 80s in Reno Sparks and several other lower elevation locations today, near 90 for your Saturday, still warm for Sunday. Then the cool down begins, but though there's a low pressure system coming through on Sunday and Monday, the showers should be way off to our north. We're mainly staying dry. Breezes though, and knocking us back toward the averages for this time of year by Monday. News 4 heads back to the Today Show. Mornings on Fox 11, back after a break.
Without action from the Senate, without action from the Senate, we will experience a serious lapse in our ability to protect the American people.
Lawmakers hope to reach a deal this weekend to extend an NSA surveillance program. The serious consequences if deal makers cannot reach a compromise.
Plus, to say the heat in India has been brutal would be an understatement. How hot it's been and the devastating effect it's having.
And despite being in the midst of an international scandal, FIFA still has a presidential election to deal with. We're going to have the details on that and more with soccer's governing body coming up.
You're watching Mornings on Fox 11, connecting Northern Nevada.
Good morning and thank you for joining us here on Mornings on Fox 11, 7:32 to get you started on your day.
You are one lucky lady. I was just looking at the monitor. That Ryan Kern is handsome, isn't he?
He sure is. Look at, I'm finally, our heights are taken care of. I feel like I'm of the appropriate height. Maybe I need to bring my chair up a bit.
There you go. Yeah,
There you go.
I appreciate the compliment. I still don't think I'm as pretty as Samantha Boatman, but I'm happy to be filling in for her. So
Well,
that's a
thank
good
you
thing.
for coming in. We've got a lot
There
to
you go.
talk
Are you
about
good?
today.
Cheers, all right?
You know what else we have going on? The band is setting up. It's always a fun part of Friday.
I love Fridays exactly for that reason. We're going to have some live music to start off your Friday for sure.
All right, taking a look at your top national headlines. Part of the Patriot Act is set to expire on Monday. That means as of the NSA's controversial surveillance programs will come to an end, and so will other programs if lawmakers don't broker a deal this weekend. But even if they reach a compromise, Andrew Spencer reports Sunday might be too late for the NSA.
The Obama administration says the NSA will have to start shutting down surveillance programs at 4 p.m. on Sunday.
Without action from the Senate, we will experience a serious lapse in our ability to protect the American people.
Officials explain the NSA will actually start turning off servers and reconfiguring software by 8 p.m. Sunday and will then be unable to reverse the shutdown. Weeks ago, the House passed the USA Freedom Act to reauthorize the programs which are set to expire at midnight Monday morning, but added restrictions on some NSA surveillance programs became a sticking point in the Senate, and it failed by 3 votes. Senator and Republican presidential candidate Rand Paul has been one of the most vocal critics of late of the NSA's bulk phone data collection programs.
Our forefathers would be aghast.
His opposition drew an eye roll from a fellow Republican. It also helped force what will be an unusual Sunday session of the Senate this weekend as the chamber returns from a week-long recess. Even if deal makers reach a compromise this weekend, an alternative to the USA Freedom Act, there are no plans for the House to come back to work before the deadline has already passed. I'm Andrew Spencer reporting.
Thank you for that, Andrew. Also this morning, former White House Speaker Dennis Hastert has been indicted for lying to investigators about paying hush money. The indictment was unsealed yesterday in a district court in Illinois, Hastert's home state. He's accused of lying to the FBI about agreeing to pay someone $3.5 million to keep them quiet. The indictment doesn't say who that person is, and it does not explain the past misconduct. Prosecutors do describe Hastert's money withdrawals and payments to that person. Hastert retired as House Speaker in 2007.
Well, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie is backing away from the Common Core educational standards, something that something that's been struggling here in Nevada. He was a strong supporter when his state adapted them under his watch 5 years ago. But he now says Common Core is not working, partly because the federal government is too involved in it in his state. He also says he wants to replace Common Core with new standards developed in New Jersey. Christie is expected to throw his hat in for the presidential race for 2016. The Common Core standards are highly unpopular among conservative primary voters.
And a look at the severe weather hitting our nation this morning. The State Operations Center in Texas remains busy despite a little bit of a calm after the storm. Workers there are managing emergency operations for the entire state right now. At least 9 people from Central Texas have been killed in the storms over the past couple of days, and the emergency management chief says the weather will remain a threat for some time.
I don't think so. I would like to say that it is, but I'm not sure that the worst is over because of the way that the weather is running, and we are so saturated in almost all parts of Texas.
Many people in Texas as well as in Oklahoma are still on high alert, preparing for the threat of yet another round of severe weather. As the floodwaters go down, unfortunately, the death toll continues to climb.
And a strong earthquake has hit a remote region off of the coast of Alaska. Officials say there is no tsunami threat or immediate reports of any damage. That's the good news. The U.S. Geological Survey says the magnitude 6.7 quake struck at 9 p.m. last night and was centered in the ocean about 35 miles beneath the seabed. Also, it happened some 400 miles southwest of Anchorage, Alaska. Officials say the quake was felt on the Alaska Peninsula and Kodiak Island. That's more than 100 miles away.
Well, members of soccer's governing body, FIFA, will vote today for their new president. This comes amidst a corruption scandal that has rocked the organization and led for calls for the dismissal of Sepp Blatter, its longtime leader. It's probably Blatter, excuse me. The FIFA World Congress happening right now in Zurich, Switzerland, is in unprecedented disarray. Swiss authorities are investigating the 2018 and 2022 World Cup bids. Meanwhile, a U.S. investigation has led to the arrest of some of FIFA's leading officials on corruption charges. Blatter delivered opening remarks at the 65th FIFA World Congress earlier today. He called for the delegates gathered there to follow the same principles as on the soccer field, namely discipline, respect, and fair play.
Well, those living on a Japanese island have been urged to evacuate to get out of the path of an erupting volcano. The Japan Meteorological Agency says Mount Shindake, located in the center of the island, erupted shortly before 10 a.m. local time today. A few minutes after the volcano erupted, the agency raised its eruption alert level from 3 to the highest level, 5. Officials say that the flows have reached the island's shore, and the government has issued an evacuation order to all of the island's 137 residents. And weather seems to be affecting every part of the world, and India is getting hit hard. A heat wave in India has now killed more than 1,700 people. The highest temperature recorded Wednesday was 116 degrees in 2 regions of eastern India. Now, India's government is warning people to stay inside and drink water. The relentless heat is also taking a huge toll on the homeless and the frail. Water camps have opened up in some Indian cities to help people keep cool.
Still ahead on Mornings on Fox 11, a violent assault aboard a school bus was all caught on camera, and family members of those involved want answers. And now they're looking to take it to court. That story is coming up next.
So I'm taking a look at the computer that I have here, and actually several around me, and how hard I push them and how much they fight back when I'm really pushing them to the limit with all the production and so on. I've decided I just need a big supercomputer, you know?
That's just an excuse to buy another big one. Go for it.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, supercomputer.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning. So, hey, we are talking about this brutal attack that was caught on camera of this young girl being beat up on a bus in Maryland, and that the family is now suing the school district, the bus driver, everybody who can be is being sued. And their complaint is, hey, why didn't anybody stop it? She apparently is hurt, saying, guys, leave me alone, before the attack happened. So do you think she's suing, first of all, the family's suing, do they have the right to sue? If so, are they suing the right people? Should it be just the bus driver? And what about the families of the kids who beat up their daughter? So we'll be talking about that. Think about it. I hate these videos. I truly do. I can never watch them.
Yeah.
They're the worst. The worst.
Hey, Melissa, we don't have any comments.
We don't?
Someone said, don't really care about Landover. That's it.
Well, good morning to you.
Can we get Antonio to comment on the person who said they don't care?
Facial expression would be a good one.
Talk about family when family's all that we got. Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gonna be with me for the last ride.
Welcome back to the live look at 580 in Villanova on your Friday. Current temperature right now is beautiful, 60 degrees. Gorgeous skies out there at 7:41. We'll take a look at our forecast with meteorologist Tim Baker in just a bit. Taking a look now at what's trending over on our Facebook page this morning. A family of a 9-year-old girl wants to know why a Prince George's County public school bus driver didn't step in when a violent assault happened. And now there's a lawsuit filed against the county and public school system as well. The incident was captured on cell phone video as a school bus pulled out of a Highland Park Elementary school in Landover, Maryland. This is where this happened. The Saria Collins pleaded with other children to leave her alone. They continued to taunt her. Eventually, the verbal attack turned physical. Now, she says that she suffered a concussion, but her mother says the emotional wounds harder to heal. Police deferred to the school system, who announced that the girl seen in the video inflicting the most severe blows has been suspended. As far as the bus driver, he's under investigation by the Transportation Department and may face punitive action. First of all, the video is pretty hard to look at, so if you are not one of those people who can take it, I'd suggest not to look at it. But we're asking all of you on Google Plus and on Facebook as well, what do you think about it? Do the parents have the right to sue in this case? Are they suing the right person? And what about going after the parent or the parents of those who were attacking this young girl? Starting off first with Kempton. Kempton, your thoughts. Do you think that the parents have a case here?
I think the parents do have a case here. The thing is, the school board, the drivers, and the system, the school system, here are the responsible adults here. And to be honest, like suing the other kids and the other family and whatnot, at the end that would be a very tough case. It may the little girl, the attacker may be let off because of young offenders and so many other reasons. But the school itself and the money, it seems to be a way to send a wake-up call. I don't think they're aiming for X million dollars. If getting that money, I think they would rather let go of the money and not see the little girl being attacked this way.
Yeah, my question too is, for me, I want to know, what about that bus driver? How did that bus driver not hear what was going on and then at some point in time make the decision not to help out? What's not clear is how all of this ended. At some point, the bus must have stopped. They must have been taken care of. But how long did it take for that to happen? Glenn, what do you think about this one?
I just agree with the $10 million part. There's other ways to handle this. In fact, there's laws already in place as far as the responsibility of the bus driver. There's laws in place as the responsibility of the principal. We have all of this laid out. If they want to get their attention, well, then you file lawsuits that make sure that people lose their jobs. That's the first thing, lose their jobs, but also force the school district to start reviewing its policies and maybe even sit down with its bus drivers and whatever adults might be there and put them through some retraining, and maybe even sit down with the students and have a good talk with them about why you don't bully like this. So to me, I understand why they want to sue. I just think they're taking the wrong avenue here. $10 million, they should find a better lawyer who knows the system and knows the laws that are already set up for something like this.
And me in particular, I think I'd go after those parents. Those parents need to be talking to those kids. After all, it was the kids who started this in the first place. To me, that is the root of the problem. Go after the money at someplace else if you want to, but I would start with those parents first. That's just me. Hey, we'd love to hear what you have to say. You can go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook page. That's where the conversation continues. Ryan?
All right, thank you. Well, it's that time of year to pull out the grill and start hosting backyard barbecues or balcony barbecues, depending on your situation. Find out how you can make the summer celebration stand out. Mornings on Fox 11. We'll be right back.
Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should.
Oh, my tongue just tied up like I'm blaming this. I'm seriously blaming this. it's
the delay,
it's good for my movie editing, but
yeah, right. I was thinking while I was talking about that, when I was just a little kid, I was still in elementary school, and I went over to a convenience store, and a bunch of teenagers surrounded me, and actually threw me into a dumpster.
Wow.
You do not want to mess with my mom. Forget lawsuits. Don't want her showing up. You know, by the time she got done, some of those kids, teenagers, worked at the convenience store. Not only were the police called, but they weren't working at the convenience store anymore.
Oh, okay. Wow.
You just don't mess with that woman. You know.
Yeah,
so
good
I learned a lot from her about how to handle things like that. I was just too young and too small to be able to fight back.
Right. Yeah. Good for your mom. Like, it's a hard medium to drive. Like, you don't want to go one extreme or the other extreme. Like, but yeah, I think your mom definitely did it right. Like, so those were kids working at the convenience store, not like like senior students in your school and what. It's just some stupid random kids at the convenience store.
I had never met them before in my life. They just saw some little kid and decided to pick on him.
Wow.
You know, and yeah, so.
Wow, that's crazy. And you think they worked there, right? And they should have known better. Like, you work there, no matter whatever age and whatnot. Like, you're responsible for manning a store and taking money and stocking.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be outside harassing somebody, for Pete's sake. So I don't know what that was all about.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's why I disagree with the lawsuit thing, because I don't think that really puts the fear of God into them.
Yeah, well, see, the lawsuit sometimes is just sending, I don't know, I mean, who am I to say, like, you guys know the best about suing each other, but
I think it's ridiculous because no one has $10 million.
Not the school. Yeah, imagine the school board has $10 million less. Here, all right, see you next time.
Welcome back to Mornings on Fox 11. Here's a live look at 80 at Vista Boulevard to get you started on your day. Right now in Reno, it is 60 degrees and only getting warmer. Well, the warm weather is here, and that means it's time to break out the grill and invite family and friends over for a backyard barbecue. Fox 11's Taylor Tucker joins us in studio to show us how to make your summer celebration stand out around everyone else.
So all month long, we've been talking about parties and the simple things you can do at home to make your celebration pop. I'm joined by Victoria Hodgins, the creator and mastermind behind the lifestyle blog, A Subtle Revelry. And today we're talking about one of my favorite parties, the backyard barbecue. For the summer, it's the perfect thing that you can do. I mean, what other kind of thing would you want to do except for a barbecue, right? So what simple ideas can you do to make kind of your barbecue stand out other than your neighbors and everyone on the block?
Yeah, I don't see why there's any reason why you can't make your barbecue something beautiful and fun and festive. So we like to add elements to our barbecues that really just make it fun and bright. One of my favorite things to do is to make water balloon ice cubes.
Yeah, these are so cool. I've never seen anyone do these before. I've never seen this before.
Fun.
So how do people make these?
So you just get water balloons, and you can fill your water balloon up just on your faucet or with your hose, and then just freeze them in the freezer. You're going to want to freeze them individually, not sticking together. But then once they're frozen, you can use them to keep drinks cold and to serve at a barbecue with really fun festive style.
Yeah, and so you can fill a whole cooler with this.
You can fill a whole cooler.
You can fill a vase, anything.
Vases, clear bowls, anything you want. Yeah.
Yeah, these are so cool. I mean, just a different way just to keep drinks cold. And I think people will remember that, the little touch that you put into your barbecue. What other type of things can we do? I know we brought in these deck lights.
Yeah, so we love to light up our backyard and our deck when we're having parties and people over. And sometimes it's hard to find lights that I really like. And so we took a bunch of old paint cans and we just spray painted them white and then filled them with wax.
That's such a good idea, and you can paint them any color you want. You can have the kids decorate them so they kind of feel like they're in on the barbecue.
Yeah.
And you can do whatever you want with them, and then you just fill them with wax.
And make sure you put a really long wick in them, and then you can just light them up, and they'll light the deck up all summer long. It's enough wax to last the whole season.
So what other ideas, if people want to find more of your DIY projects, where can they go?
Yeah, coming into summer, I get really excited about barbecues and things like that, and so I post every day on my blog, A Subtle Revelry. We post craft ideas and party ideas, different things like that.
And another great tool is that you just came out with a book.
Yeah.
And so it has the great crafts and stuff that you do, and people can have it right at their fingertips. Victoria, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.
All right, thank you both. Well, a warm one yesterday at 84 degrees, the high. The average high this time of year, 77. It only gets warmer from here for the next several days, near 90 degrees. We're going to take a look at that 7-day coming up in just a few.
Rhythm you play, I wanna hear you calling my name like, hey mama, mama, hey mama. Banging the drum like dum dee dee dee. I know you want it in the worst way.
Good morning and welcome back to Mornings on Fox 11. We had that wet pattern around for a couple of weeks, lots of showers and storms. Now things have really started to dry out for us. High pressure bringing us lots of sunshine over the next several days and warm temperatures too, not far from 90 for the next 3 days in Reno Sparks. 60 in town right now, calm winds. We are looking at mostly sunny skies and 51% humidity. Temperatures now of 63 in Dayton, 43 in South Lake, 63 in Smith Valley, and starting out at 64 in Silver Springs. Mild start now leading to a very warm afternoon. Going for the upper 80s in the lower elevations today. We are looking at a lot of sunshine out there right now on satellite and radar. Things are pretty much calm and quiet across the area. High pressure has built in. You can see the lines here indicating that big area of high pressure that has built in over the area. A couple of extra clouds for the afternoon today. Really not much consequence, though. Not looking for any showers or thunderstorms this time around, even on the eastern side of the state where they saw some as recently as yesterday. Not so much today. Things are going to be dry all the way across the state. And we are looking at some wind, west winds 10 to 15. It's really not all that bad, though. A little bit of a breeze later on today for you. 78 in Elko, 74 in Ely, and 80 in McDermott. Even calmer winds out there, south winds for 5 to 10 miles per hour. Western side of the state, west winds at 10 to 15. We are looking for highs well into the 80s, even near 90 degrees. Places like Lovelock reaching that 90-degree mark. A few more towns tomorrow reaching that mark. 75 in Tahoe City, 76 in South Lake Tahoe. Southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour there. And again, the western side of the state looking for highs well into the 80s today. 89 in Dayton for the high, 88 in Yerington, and 81 in Markleeville. Up to our north, a lot of 80s there too. just tons of 80s everywhere. That's basically what we're looking for the day today. Tomorrow, a couple of us even get closer to the 90-degree mark. Reno Sparks included after 88 today. We're looking for 90 tomorrow, then 88 on Sunday. A little bit of a breeze picks up for Sunday into Monday. A couple more clouds too. That's just a weak low pressure system passing to our north. But check out what it does to our temperatures. We are way above average for this time of year today, tomorrow, Sunday. Then we're knocking back toward the averages by the time we get to your Monday, which means the 60s upstairs and the 70s downstairs. We'll be back.
Welcome back. I'm Melissa Carlson. Your time now is 7:58. We're joining you live from Mornings on Fox 11 with your News 4 update. Well, the jury is expected to begin deliberations today in the Wayne Bergarella murder trial. The defense rested its case yesterday against the elderly man accused of shooting two people who were trespassing in his vacant duplex. Bergarella is facing open murder and attempted murder charges, and he's claiming that he opened fire in self-defense. Yesterday, jurors heard from a toxicologist, Dr. William Anderson. He testified that Devine had a, quote, significant amount, end quote, of methamphetamine in his system at the time of his death. Meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us now with a look at our Friday forecast. Hi, Tim.
Good morning to you. Lots of sunshine out there for the day today. We are coming out of that wet pattern now and entering a much drier pattern with warm temperatures in the forecast. Not far from 90 today in some of the lower elevations. Plenty of sunshine too. High pressure bringing us some warm temperatures and sun all the way through the day. 63 in Reno, 59 in Carson City. We're already at 66 in Yerington, 63 in Smith Valley. Still at 41 though in Truckee. Later on today, the upper 80s are going to be common across the maps. 88 in Reno Sparks today. 90 in Reno Sparks for your Saturday. Mostly sunny skies. We do start to cool off as we head into next week. Breezes coming through Sunday and Monday, bringing a little extra cloud cover and breezes, as well as cooler temperatures, knocking us back to the averages by Monday. News 4 heads to the 8 o'clock hour. The Today Show Mornings on Fox 11 is back after a break.
Hello, hello, hello.
Sleeping right, killing time near the county line, falling for the hopes and dreams we all stopped about. Maybe now, just somehow, you follow through and you leave this town. One for one and one for all, is that what we said? 'Cause anywhere you go, you know home ain't too far behind. And anything you want, just reach out, not much further ahead. If you ever lay down, or you get lost in this world, we'll swing on.
All right, thank you, Johnny. Also, the MVP of the NBA is getting plenty of attention for his game this postseason. What now has Steph Curry getting plenty of attention off the court?
Well, it's a lawsuit against the estate of Michael Jackson has been thrown out. What the suit alleged and why it won't see its day in court.
You're watching Mornings on Fox 11, connecting Northern Nevada.
Good Friday morning, and thank you for joining us here on Mornings on Fox 11, 8:02 to get you started. Still got a lot ahead on the show, and we're talking a little bit about the shaking that happened this morning in Alaska, an area of Alaska. Originally it was 6.8, then it went to 6.7, 7.0. Either way, if you've been looking at things on social media, you may have heard about Nostradamus predicting yesterday that there was going to be
The big one.
the big one, and then there was this big quake in Alaska. So some people say,
A little related, maybe. Fortunately, it's no fears or injuries to report at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is interesting that that prediction and this earthquake in Alaska are pretty close together.
okay, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, Ryan Kernan for Samantha Bowman, by the way. You're a runner, right? You run, exercise a little bit?
I mean, again, being compared to Sam in an accurate way.
Okay, a little
running,
bit.
I'll run when I can. My rule with running is I can't run with anyone else because it's just embarrassing and I lose motivation because I'm just chasing someone the whole time.
Been there,
No
done that.
fun.
Well, a lot of
Have you?
chasing going on in the Reno Tahoe Odyssey, which is kicking out today. So if you see a bunch of people downtown near, I always get this, it's not Idlewild, what's the other park downtown?
Wingfield.
Wingfield Park, that's where
Right
we started.
downtown.
Run all the way around the lake, up through Virginia City. So,
Yeah, be careful on the roadways this morning.
absolutely. A lot of teams getting involved in that. This is a fun story to get you going here on your Friday, put you in a good mood. A patron at Blue 44 in Washington, D.C. is apparently a huge fan of the gumbo there. So much, in fact, that he left a $2,000 tip.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the receipt right there. You can see the regular patron indicated the generous gratuity.
I like
being
the regular
invited.
patron part. What is an irregular patron? He was wearing all blue. What's the deal?
Yes, 5'10", 180 pounds. $1,000 for the chef and $500 each for the server and the bartender.
Wow.
Yeah, he's probably drunk, huh? The chef said he plans to use the extra funds to help pay for his daughter's daycare, and he will also share some of it with other staff at the restaurant.
Every time.
I wish I was rich enough to do that. Just
Yeah,
write
me
a big
too.
old tips to everybody.
Me too. I love these stories. I always love when you hear like that. It's always the waitress going like, oh, "I need money. I didn't have
Yeah.
this, the other." That's awesome.
And that's the other side of the story is how much it helps someone. Like you said, daycare, those bills rack up, and $2,000 to put towards that goes a ways.
You see a story like that, I remember I see a story like that, and then I go out to eat, and I'll write a big tip. All right, I'm going to give her $7. That's the difference
Be
there.
careful,
Yeah,
Frankie, be
exactly.
careful.
Making it rain around here.
Let's switch gears now, you guys, and take a look at what's trending. Trending over on Yahoo this morning, the iconic lighthouse in Martha's Vineyard is on the move. What? Yes, this historic landmark sits on a cliffside that's eroding. So Thursday, crews slowly moved the lighthouse by sliding it on to several steel beams. They are moving it less than half a mile away. The massive lighthouse could make it to its final destination as soon as Saturday. The Gayhead Lighthouse has stood over the vineyards area since 1856. The move is expected to cost about $2 million, and an extra $1 million is dedicated to restoring the structure. Gonna guess it's gonna need to be restored after moving it like that. Trending over on Facebook this morning, a Los Angeles judge has thrown out a molestation lawsuit filed against Michael Jackson's estate. That's according to People magazine. Wade Robson filed court papers back in 2013, claiming that Jackson molested him over a 7-year period in the 1990s. But the judge ruled that he waited too long to file that legal action. So Robson, a former dancer of Jackson, previously denied allegations that the late singer molested him. He even testified in Jackson's defense during the singer's 2005 criminal trial. Trending over on Twitter, #Letterman. An onlooker snapped this picture early Thursday morning of the iconic Late Show with David Letterman marquee being taken down. Letterman's late night show wrapped up last week after 33 years of television. Stephen Colbert is taking over the time slot. His show starts in September and is going to be broadcast from the same theater. Taking a look now at what's trending over on our Facebook page this morning, a Texas college student filed suit against her school this week, saying that her constitutional rights were violated when she was kicked off the quad area for displaying a pro-Second Amendment sign. Nicole Sanders, a student at Blinn College in Texas, said that she and a classmate were holding signs near the student center where they were told to move. Well, Sanders' sign read, quote, "Defend gun rights on campus," end quote, and the other sign said LOL with President Obama's logo as the O. Sanders claims that a college official accompanied by 3 armed campus police officers approached and said that someone had complained that the display was offensive and that they wouldn't be allowed to do it again unless they got specific special permission. She was told, she says, that she would be able to display her sign in a cramped area where no one would see her. Well, her lawyer is lawsuit is being filed in federal court in Austin with the help of the Foundation of Individual Rights in Education. Asking all of you on Facebook, what do you think? Were her rights violated? Is she not allowed to have a sign saying either of those two things? Or it's a college campus? No, maybe it's a private campus, and that's part of it too. We'd love to hear what you have to say. You can go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook page. That is where the conversation continues, right?
All right, thank you, Melissa. Well, today the Reno Aces are ditching the red and blue for a good cause and one sharp color. Fox 11's Gianna Georgi is live at Aces Ballpark this morning with details. Good morning, Gianna.
Thank you so much, Gianna. Coming up next, the Warriors are in the NBA Finals, yet many of their players don't seem to be getting as much attention as a 2-year-old girl. That story coming up next.
When it's coming closer to the end, everyone.
Yes. Yup.
Oh my God. Might want a capo on that one, buddy. Holy shit.
YOLO, since you only live once in this life, so make it count. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hands up in the air, get 'em, let me hear you shout. YOLO, YOLO. So come and stay strong, get rid of fear and doubt. Whoa, whoa, whoa. One more time with us, yeah, we'll make it loud. Now's the time to live your life. Go out and find your potential. Na 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 na. Go make mistakes, live out heartbreaks. Choose a path you would never take. Na 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 na. Yeah. Ooh. Check. Anywhere you go.
All right, welcome back. The Cleveland Cavaliers are about to face the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals, and LeBron James and Steph Curry will face off this year, and they have 5 NBA MVP awards between the two of them.
That's right, but when it comes to the most valuable toddler, a certain 2-year-old girl is stealing the show. Love this video. So does apparently Jeannie Mose.
Steph Curry may be one of the best shooters in basketball, but when his 2-year-old got her shot at the spotlight, Riley Curry dominated the post-game presser. She was on a tear. She didn't just take a curtain call, she wrapped herself up in one, not once but 3 times.
Everybody's got to be, determined to whatever comes our way.
Sometimes he tried to shush her.
Steph, you've always been a really confident person. And
sometimes she tries to shush him.
And it's going to happen, but you're going to be...
Riley wasn't quiet about quoting the rapper Drake.
Way up, I feel blessed.
Way up, I feel blessed.
You wanted to say that.
Whatever she said, the internet swooned.
Take a week.
Help me.
Okay.
Dada, help me.
Some of the press would have been happy to help her right off the stage. This was actually Riley's second post-game presser. After her first one, some journalists braved popular opinion to say it makes asking tough questions difficult.
It is counterproductive. It was cute, and last night was a little less cute. Do that about 38 more times.
Riley is adorable, but I've seen enough because I'm trying to listen to what Steph's saying and I can't even follow it.
But I would prefer personally if they wouldn't bring their kids.
It's become something of a thing for players, immortalized online, but at least not yet immortalized the way young Andrew Giuliani was. After he acted up as Rudy was sworn in as mayor, it became fodder for SNL.
Hey, I asked you.
Sometimes it's a fine line between cute and annoying, but when Riley gave her wad of gum to an attendant waiting in the wings, that's an image that's stuck.
Are pretty special moments. That
Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
you take your daughter a second time.
All right, well, a pretty warm one out there yesterday at 84. The average high this time of year is 77 degrees. We're going to get even warmer than that on the 7-day forecast. No real rain chances inside either. We're going to take a look at that mostly sunny 7-day coming up.
Check. Okay. True. Go, go. Since you only live once in this life, so make it count. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Throw your hands up in the air and let me hear you shout. Go low, yo. Stay strong, gear it up here in town. Whoa, whoa, whoa. One more time with that shit, make it loud. Now's the time to live your life. Go out and find your potential. Na 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 na. Yeah, go make mistakes, live out heartbreaks. Choose the path you would never take. Na 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 na. Yeah, if you ever wake up to regret, just remember how we once said. We're all for one, and one for all. Woo!
Good morning and welcome back to Mornings on Fox 11. A dry pattern setting in for us, so mostly sunny skies the next several days. Warm temperatures too, not far from 90 today in Reno. Sparks reaching that tomorrow and continuing to stay warm into your Sunday too. 63 already at this hour in town. We are looking at mostly sunny skies, calm winds, and 46% humidity. We're at 65 in Dayton, 62 this morning so far in Smith Valley, 52 now in Markleeville, and 46 in Truckee. We have a lot of sunshine in the forecast for today. High pressure building back into the area after what was a pretty wet pattern for a couple of weeks there. Now our shower chances are basically nil. We are looking at a lot of sunshine, a couple of clouds in the afternoon, but not really looking for any showers out there. And that even includes the eastern side of the state. No showers expected out that way either, as we do have high pressure building in all across the state today. 80 degrees in McDermott today, 78 in Elko, above average for this time of year, and we're only going to warm up from here for a few more days. 90 degrees today in Lovelock, 88 in Hawthorne, 76 in Round Mountain. Up around Lake Tahoe, look for highs there into the mid-70s, 76 in Kings Beach, 77 in Truckee, 76 at South Lake, and again, Western Nevada topping out well into the 80s, not far from 90 degrees in a couple of spots. A little bit of a breeze out there, 10 to 15 out of the west, 83 degrees in Sutcliffe, 87 in Spanish Springs, and 87 in Nixon. And in the Truckee Meadows, we're looking for about 88 degrees in Reno Sparks at the valley floor. 7-day forecast, a lot of warm temperatures on there, into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Breezes pick up for your Sunday and Monday, a little more cloud cover too, as we do have a little bit of a low pressure system passing to our north. Too far away to really bring us any shower chances for that time period, but we are looking at much cooler temperatures working into the area. We're well above average for now and for the next 3 days, but that low pressure system cools us off into Monday. Key is, though, we're so far above average now that cool down really only brings us about to the average temperatures for this time of year, 70s and 60s on Monday. Bill, over to you.
All righty, thank you, Tim. Well, hey, coming up next on Mornings on Fox 11, it's time for First Listen Friday. Join us in the studio. We have the Whiskey Heroes. They're in next.
Crazy, about on my way.
if I just stay here?
Yes.
Like this? What are you doing? What are you guys doing?
Hello. Hello. Hello.
What's the name of the song?
All for One.
Where do you want me to walk off to? Oops. In between 1 and 2 or 2 and Jim? Oh, you guys look great. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is First Listen Fridays, and the band The Whiskey Heroes is here in studio. All right, before you guys begin, tell everyone, when they're going to listen right now, they're going to love you. Where can they get your music?
They can go right to our website, www.thewhiskeyheroes.com.
As simple as that. The Whiskey Heroes at thewhiskeyheroes.com. All right, they're going to be performing their single All for One. Guys, take it away.
Thanks.
You and I, sipping rye, killing time near the county line, falling for the hopes and dreams we always talked about. Well, maybe now, just somehow, you follow through and you leave this town. All for one, one for all, ain't that what we said? 'Cause anywhere you go, you know home won't be too far behind. And anything you want, just reach out, it's not much further ahead. If you ever feeling down, or you get lost in this world, we'll swing on by, take a ride, listen up now. YOLO, said you only live once in this life, so make it count. Whoa, 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 throw your hands up in the air, get up, let me hear you shout. YOLO, so come and stay strong, get rid of your fear and doubt. Whoa, 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 you one more time with us, yeah, we'll make it loud. So now's the time to live your life. Go out and find your potential. Na 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 na. Go make mistakes, live out heartbreaks. Choose the path you would never take. Na 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 na. Yeah. If you ever wake up to regret, well, just remember how we once said. We're all for one, one for all. Yeah, yeah, that's when I finally got you saying, YOLO, said you only live once in this life, so make it count. Whoa, 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 throw your hands up in the air and get up, let me keep it down. YOLO, so come stay strong, get rid of fear and doubt. Whoa, 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 one more time with us, yeah, we'll make it loud. YOLO, said you only live once in this life, so make it count. Whoa, whoa, yeah, throw your hands up in the air and get up, let me hear you shout. YOLO, you only live once in this life.
Morning.
Good morning.
Right? The people the band who's here today, it's a country band, and they're going to be at Night in the Country. They're really good.
It's not even really my spot. I don't know.
What's up?
They were so good, Christine.
I know.
Are they going to play it?
Vocals, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have a feeling maybe they're letting them. Maybe they were having issues. I'm not sure. I tried some new techniques today.
How did it go?
I don't know. It was okay, but it was a little shaky. I got a good shot of Ryan jamming out.
Really?
But I started on the laptop this time.
Oh, like yeah. Let me see. That's cool. Oh, I love it. Are they gonna play again?
I think they got. I think like when they do this segment, I think that's what they're doing. Yeah, I can't really hear the vocals. It's kind of... You hear that tambourine? It's great.
It was like hooked up, and you could hear it in the production room, but you couldn't hear it like on this one.
Yeah.
I love it.
This guy needs to work on his tambourine.
Really?
Yeah.
And welcome back. I'm Melissa Carlson. Your time now is 8:28. We're joining you live from Mornings on Fox 11 with your News 4 update. Happening this weekend, you have a chance to register your bike to the police department, which could help just in case it gets stolen. Local law enforcement agencies see a lot of stolen bicycles and bike parts this time of the year. They have a hard time returning them to their owners if they aren't registered in the system. So, the Reno Police Department's downtown enforcement team is holding a free event for you to register you and your family's bike.
I love when it goes out of
Tomorrow
focus.
from
I
10
know
to
it's
4 and 4 o'clock in elementary school. There's also going to be a bike raffle and obstacle courses for kids and adults. It's going to be a great day to do it as well. Meteorologist Tim Studebaker is going to snap.
That's right. Good morning to you. A warm one out there. Plenty of sunshine, too. High pressure has built back into the area. I mean, sunshine all across the board. A couple of clouds by the afternoon, though. Not too much, though. We're looking for 63 right now in Reno, 61 in Carson City, 67 in Yerington, 46 in Truckee, and 55 in South Lake Tahoe. Later today, going for the upper 80s in Reno Sparks. A lot of the other lower elevation locations as well. 90 degrees on your Saturday, back to 88 for Sunday, then cooling back to the...
I like this video. I think it's awesome.
As
it's really good.
This is off to our north, allowing that colder air.
Now it gets cool.
News 4 heads back to the Today Show in the last half hour of Mornings on Fox 11. Is coming.
Close up on the Cajon.
Oh, yeah.
The ending is cute too.
It's so cute. Oh, it's so good. Christine, that's like one of my favorite ones.
Oh man, I think the novelist is still my favorite.
Really? Yeah. Okay, forward it to Nick.
ready here in a second, and I'll raise the radio out here for you. Wonderful, thank you. Well, welcome.
A local nonprofit is using selfies to help build the confidence of students in need. Details about the Awaken Art Show.
It's strange to find out that flags are being burned at a local high school, right? But one, JROTC.
Oh, what did I do? Where's...
Why?
Reno residents have made an effort to help with earthquake recovery efforts in the fall. Firefighters will give you an idea of what you can step forward to help.
You're watching Mornings on Fox 11, connecting Northern Nevada.
Good Friday morning, and thank you for joining us here on Mornings on Fox 11. Last half hour of the show. Still got a lot ahead of you.
Yeah, great band.
We don't have anyone to send, do we?
And then where are they playing next?
Oh,
jeez, I caught you. Here you go.
Motorcycle crash on... No.
Wisco.
Under the bus.
You may have heard
Yeah.
of
Kosick? I think he's helping with
Funny, I knew that, Kern, and I didn't even introduce him.
Yeah, right.
should be over.
Guys sounded great. Whiskey Heroes.
It happened like 10 minutes ago. I'm about to call. Here's what it looks like. Okay.
Great this morning. We've still got a lot
I'm calling right now.
happening around.
I'll send that picture out.
We're going to get to some of those events coming up in just a bit.
Alrighty, first though, here's a quick peek at the local headlines on this Friday morning. As 19 JROTC cadets graduate from McQueen High School, the battalion retired the flag that flies on campus with Old Glory is no longer a fitting emblem of perhaps its faded or tattered United States Code, as it should be destroyed in a dignified way. Yesterday's ceremonious burning meant a lot to the kids' heart.
It was really hard not to cry during the entire thing because this is our way of honoring our nation and honoring everybody that has served our country and is continuing to serve for us.
So, the McQueen High School JROTC program hopes to make the formal ceremony a tradition at the school.
One other local news, the local nonprofit Awaken is helping high school students recognize their beauty. Students were encouraged to submit photos of themselves when they feel most beautiful. They were then put up on display at Jeff Dow Studio in Reno.
Name doesn't even come up.
Write compliments, take notes, and put them on a picture. The beneficials say it was all to help.
Yeah, but it takes so long to go into that.
To learn to accept themselves as beautiful and to celebrate their uniqueness.
Oh, okay.
They say helping girls build their self-confidence is one way to keep them.
And happening today, we talked about this at the top of this past half hour, the Reno Tahoe Odyssey gets underway this morning. About 3,000 runners are going to participate in the 24-hour run through Reno and Tahoe. Teams of up to 12 people are going to be covering 178 miles, correct? Race has staggering start times depending on the ability of the runners. The best time, the viewing, this morning at Wingfield Park. Also happening today, famed yoga brand Lululemon's grand opening later today. The new store is going to be at the Summit in South Reno. They're holding a 3-day grand opening celebration this Sunday. The new DJS. Oh, DJ. Cluster for next time. Food, still karaoke performances, and even complimentary massages. And I'm Ron Burgundy.
Just a reminder, today is the last day to donate to RTC. See how I did that? RTC Plus fundraiser. They're collecting items to help local seniors in need. If you'd like to donate, you can items and barrels throughout the community. More information on those locations where you can drop off items and barrels to our website, foxreno.com.
8:36 now on Friday. Well, in the spirit of donations, a quick update on the Nepal aid collected here locally. Firefighters have received more than 2,000 pounds of equipment to help with the missions in Nepal. Firefighters say they'd like to thank the community for their tremendous support. Items are going to be sent to build temporary shelters for those affected by the recent earthquakes that devastated the country.
The initial immediate need was tarps, tents, things like that to provide immediate shelter for the people. There's a coming monsoon season, and so initial needs, shelter needs taken care of.
Close out the show.
Firefighters have already received huge donations, so they're sticking with what they have been given so far, and they've already sending those donations to Nepal.
And the band's in it.
All right, Bill, thank you. Still ahead on Fox 11. What is one college student saying that her Second Amendment rights are violated? Coming up, see what
Yeah.
So the also started with all the funny and little blurbs. Further, stick with us. Our Funny Friday segment is coming up.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so Kempton, all I'm saying is this looks bad. That's all I'm saying. So, wait a second. Am I there? Can you see me?
No, I cannot see you actually. I, just, I hear you right, but I see nothing. Yeah, come back.
There we go.
We already got one.
Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, sorry.
Okay,
I just see your,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Hi, Trooper Dave. This is Antonia calling from News 4. I was calling about the motorcycle crash on Mill and 580 heading southbound. Looks like traffic's pretty backed up, and
I don't want to listen to
there's still an ambulance on scene. If you give me a call back, that would be great. Be safe out there.
There we go. I just came across a picture of Tesla Motors. They're taking a car across country to showcase it, and they were busted recharging the car overnight with a diesel generator.
Oh, no.
No.
All I'm saying is that just looks bad.
That just looks bad.
Worse than running gas, I'm sure. Worse than running gas on the damn thing. What a good idea.
Love it. All right, you guys, we're talking about this sign that this girl was holding up at school, and she was kicked out. Well, she was told she's going to have to move to another area where she says no one would be able to see her. Does the school have the right to do that? Ask her to move. So we'll be talking about that coming up.
By the way, Antonia, I muted you. You're on the phone, so I don't want to listen overhear what you were saying.
Hi.
I think she's really busy. She's not paying attention.
Yeah, I wonder if there's breaking news.
She remembers to unmute when she's.
Yeah, there's something about a roadway out there that's all blocked up in traffic and an accident or something like that. So.
Welcome back. It's a live look at 580 at Moana to get you started on your Friday. Traffic not too bad. Even in that congested area there without the construction. Current temperature not bad either, 63 degrees. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's trending over on our Facebook page this morning. A Texas college student filed suit against her school this week, saying that her constitutional rights were violated when she was kicked off the quad for displaying a pro-Second Amendment sign. Nicole Sanders, a student at Blinn College in Texas, said that she and a classmate were holding signs near the student center when they were told to move. Sanders' sign read, quote, "Defend gun rights on campus," end quote, and the other sign said LOL with President Obama's logo as the O. Sanders claims that a college official accompanied by 3 armed campus police officers approached and said that someone had complained that their display was offensive and that they wouldn't be allowed to hold those signs unless they got some special permission. Well, she was told that she was going to be able to display her signs, but only in a cramped area where no one would see her. Her lawsuit is being filed in federal court in Austin with the help of the Foundation for Individual Rights in Education. So we're asking our Google Plusers, what do you think about it? Were her rights violated? Ultimately, she wasn't told to leave the campus, get out completely, kicked out of her spot, but just told to move to another spot. She didn't like that spot. What do you think about it, Kempton?
Yeah, this is a tough one, but I can imagine if she's like holding it in front of a classroom entrance or a big entrance that's blocking something, then maybe that's bad. But I don't know. It's hard for me to say, and yeah. But I'm glad that she's exercising her right and taking the school to court. I mean, if you don't do stuff like this in university, I don't know when will you do stuff like this.
Yeah, Glenn, what do you think about it? She's saying, hey, I have the right to be there. I'm on the college campus. I've got a sign. It's, you know, it's my opinion. It's a place where often people voice their opinions. It's a college campus. What do you think about it?
Well, if she was blocking traffic, I could see them asking her to take a couple of steps to the right and not block traffic. But that's not what they asked her to do. She was going to have to get a permit to exercise what is a right in this country. And then she was told she would have to stand in the free speech zone, which is a tiny area on the other side of campus that nobody ever visits. And she said not just no, but hell no to that. And I agree with her. Across America right now on college campi everywhere, students are doing this. Whether it's passing out constitutions or holding up a sign for or against gun rights, when they're told they have to get a permit to speak and are only allowed to stand in a free speech zone during certain hours, students are suing and winning. And frankly, I'm glad to see it. These are our basic rights as Americans. I'm glad to see them doing it.
All right, we would love to hear what you have to say. You can go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook page. That's where the conversation continues. And hey, we would love to have you live on air with us. All you have to do is have a Google Plus account. If you have a Gmail account, you have Google Plus. Circle us and let us know you're interested. We post these topics about a half an hour before the show starts. You can check them out there and let us know if you'd like to come in and voice your opinion. Ryan?
All right, thank you, Melissa. He's one of the fastest rising comedians in the nation, and there he is. Surprise, Kabir Singh joins us in studio coming up next. And the news doesn't stop when you leave the house, and Fox 11, we've got you covered. Download the new and improved free Fox 11 AM app for your smartphone and tablet. It's your only source for local real-time traffic updates in the area. Available on Apple and Android devices. Just search Fox 11 AM. We'll be right back.